Hello, hello. I am here again. Sorry.
Hello.
No, teacher.
Don't
Yes,
Don't
worry.
worry.
there was a
No problem.
blackout here, and my router is not connected to the battery, to the computer,
Mm,
right? So that's why the internet went out as well. Okay.
okay.
And also I'm checking that my battery is not working properly. I think that I have to change it because my monitor turned off, right? Just for a second and then turned on because the energy came back. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I have to check that later. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's continue. Okay, we were talking the number 4. The surgeon. Jasmine, yeah, sorry. Can you repeat it? Why do you
I
consider?
think
Go
I
ahead.
think the surgeon doesn't need the creativity
Mhm.
because it's only a procedure or process that
Procedure.
they this
Procedure. Hmm.
procedure that he needs to do, she needs to do,
Hmm.
and I think it's not necessary to be creative.
Creative. Yeah. I mean, I cannot imagine doing something like this when you are going to to make a surgeon on somebody, right?
Yeah,
So doctors, I think that they have just follow steps that are stipulated for doing something, right? So
yeah,
first you have to take this, then second this one, you wash your hands. So everything is in order, right? So creativity, I think that is the least
yeah,
thing here.
yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Robert, what can you tell me? What is the first one for you? Welcome and good morning.
Okay. Hello, teacher. The first one, the the most creativity, create
The most creative for you,
the
right?
most creative for me is maybe uh, uh, between chef and photographer.
Okay, like Jasmine said.
Um, I think the most creative is a chef.
The chef. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. And the second?
And the second one, photographer. The third
Hmm.
one, jazz musician, and finally, or at last, uh,
List. The
at
list.
least,
Mhm.
at least, the surgeon.
The surgeon. Okay. Exactly the same what Jasmine said. All right. Good. And what do you consider a chef, Robert, is going to be the first one?
Mm. And because to 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 how can I say impresionar?
Impress.
Impress, yes.
Impress. Hmm.
Impress, to impress the two commensals, they need they need to be creative, and and they can use different ingredients,
Hmm.
yes, and different colors in his food,
Hmm.
in their food, yes, and and they can mix, they can make a mix of flavors
Hmm.
that uh, it can uh, it can make uh, make feel a lot of emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, that's good. It's kind of difficult, I would say, because the chef, they have to be creative not only in the taste, but also in the style, right? What you
Mm.
see. Yeah, they have to be very creative with the colors. I mean, the food has to catch your attention. Yeah. And then when you taste it, you say, "Ooh, delicious. This is the best food I have ever tasted," right? So also, that is like creative, right? With the taste. It's difficult, now that that you are telling me this, just meaning you, Robert, because I haven't thought in the way that you said that, right? So good. Let's go with part B. And the part B says, Robert, the instruction.
Uh, which jobs might be right for these kinds of people?
Mhm.
Discuss your answers.
Your answers, okay? Jasmine, number one. Number one, two, and three, please.
Okay. Third, number one, someone able to think quickly.
Okay.
Number two, a person looking for adventure. Number three, people good with their hands.
Okay. Robert, four, five, and six.
Someone needing job security,
Mm-hmm.
a person trained in music,
Mm-hmm.
a person with a good voice.
Okay. Good. Now, I need you to talk each other, Jasmine and Robert, about this, right? So the question here says, which jobs might be right for this kind of people? Someone able to think quickly, number one. For whom? Musician, chef, surgeon. Why? Okay. And then continue with the number two, a person looking for adventure. Okay, maybe the surgeon. Do you think that this is going to be right for this kind of profession? Yeah. So think about it and analyze that and discuss it, right? In pairs right now. Okay. You can start whenever you want. And I will
Okay,
be just listening to you, right? Let's go.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm,
Well, the first, I think someone able to think quickly, maybe the surgeon, because I think he needs to uh, have a quick reaction for some emergency.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I agree. I agree with you. And yeah, and for the second one, a person looking for an adventure, I think the right job for this for this mm, um the, the best job for a people who is looking for an adventure is a photographer
For a
Yeah,
person. For a person.
for a person.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. I think it's a good way to have an adventure because you can travel and you can take a lot of pictures of animals, and sometimes it's a risk, and it is an adventure too.
Yeah. Okay.
Number
Good.
three, people good with their hands. I think
Mhm.
the chef.
Yeah, the chef and for me also the surgeon.
Ah, yeah, the
Oh,
surgeon too, because it's delicate.
yes. The
Delicate.
most delicate one, I
Yeah,
would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, the surgeon too. Mhm.
Imagine you go to the Seguro Social, right?
Oof.
Yeah.
So maybe you have a pain over here, and suddenly at the end of the appointment, you don't have a hand. Yeah, your hand was cut. But man,
Yeah.
so I have a pain here, not my hand. So it's complicated. And this kind of things has happened before.
Yeah.
These mistakes, these
Yeah.
little mistakes have happened before many times. So
yeah.
incredible.
I remember that I saw the Good Doctor series.
Mhm,
Yeah, and mm, here there is a girl that she 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 starts to have some issue with you with her hands,
mhm,
and finally she she already cannot work with like a surgeon. Like,
mhm. She
yeah,
couldn't. She couldn't work like a sergeant.
yeah, she
Oh,
couldn't.
oh, okay.
She,
Oh, mhm.
yes.
That's good.
Okay.
All
Mhm.
right. Continue with the next one. What number is it?
Someone needing job security.
Number 4, okay.
Mm,
Which profession? Someone needing job security.
job security.
Mm-hmm.
I think about this job, anything.
Maybe a photographer, but I don't know. Job security, yeah, unless that he they work in
Job
in a
security.
country in war.
Mm-hmm.
Job security is reference like a policy or a policeman or like a
Like a
established.
policy.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Like a policy. I just
Okay.
wanted to you to analyze, right? What do you think about that? So if this is talking about a person that is going to be, you know, giving security to my person, right? Or the company. It says job security. Yeah. So it's like a policy. It's like benefits, let's say. Mhm. So, for example, if you are in an enterprise and suddenly an accident occurs to you, okay, usually in the US, if you had that, they will pay you a lot of money, depending on the situation, right? For example, in the job you cut a finger completely, right? So they give you a lot of money, maybe $20,000, $50,000 just for one finger. Yeah. So in the US, here, here they say, I'm sorry, right? And that's it. Okay. So that is job security. We have something related to it here in El Salvador, but it's only when you die, when you passed away. In case of accidents, I think that they don't give you money, as far as I know. If you fell down, yeah. If you broke one teeth, for example, they don't give you money. But if you passed away, they give you like $5,000 sometimes, $3,000, yeah, depending on the bank or sometimes, right? So that is job security. Do you think that they need job security, all of them?
I think the surgeon maybe.
Hmm. Okay.
For me, a photographer, because usually they work like independent.
Hmm.
Yes.
Or
Okay.
And
chef, maybe the surgeon or chef.
Mhm. Yeah, in many cases, right? Because a chef can get hot. Can get born when they are cooking or something like that, right? So imagine they are boiling water and by accident the water is on her face or his
Yeah.
face. So in that case, this person will need a job security, right? In the case of a doctor, a surgeon, imagine they are cutting, making the surgeon to somebody, and by mistake, they make a surgery on him or herself, so they will need a job security as well. Photographers, um, maybe because they wanted to take a picture, or this is the best scenario that I can tell you. Right now, in Iraq, I mean, a war is happening. Do you know?
yeah,
Iraq with Iran.
yeah,
Yeah. So there is a war between them. So many news from the US, CNN, for example, BBC News, they are sending photographers to those
yeah.
countries. because
Yeah.
they want to take a picture, the best picture ever. They want to be the first one in those
Yeah.
things. But in that place, it's really dangerous. You are putting into risk your life.
Yes.
So in that specific case, you need a job security. Yeah. So just musician. Um, I don't know. In the case of the jazz musician, maybe they don't need it, or maybe you have an opinion about it.
I think they don't need it, but
Mm-hmm.
mm,
Maybe because I cannot imagine, but maybe
yeah,
you can tell
but
me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
maybe all person or people need uh, a job security
Mhm.
because the accidents can be happen in in any situation.
In any situations, exactly. Yeah. Okay, continue with the next one.
Okay. A person trained in music,
Mhm.
obviously, yeah, I just musician. Yeah.
It is logical, I think. Uh-huh.
Yeah, just musician,
Mhm. So the next one then, the last one.
person with a good voice,
Mhm.
a singer,
Yeah,
because
singer, right?
uh,
Yeah.
the others
Mhm.
don't need a good voice.
Exactly. I believe the same. Mhm. Yeah, good voice for me is for singing. But
Yeah.
here we don't have a singer, we have a musician. It's different, right?
Yeah.
So for me, none of them apply for the number six, I believe. Okay, let's continue with the next part. Right now here. Okay, so we have the topic, Robert.
Okay. Creative qualities.
And then we have, continue, what?
What qualities do creative people usually have?
Mhm.
Complete the chart with the correct nouns or adjectives.
Or adjectives, okay? So we are going to fill out this chart, right? With the missing words over here, okay? So correct nouns or adjectives, right? So
Okay.
in this case, if you see the number one, the noun is curiosity. And what will be the adjective? Curious. Remember that an adjective is when somebody describe another person, an object, an animal. Is the description, the word. I am curious. I am telling you the way that I am. I am describing myself. So, curious is an adjective. I cannot say I am a curiosity. No, because that is a noun. Yeah. So, in the case of decisiveness, right, you have to say here the adjective. You have to discover that. In the case of determined, this is the adjective, so you have to look for the noun. Got it?
Okay.
All right. So, but because of the time, we have less than 1 minute. Let's go out and then continue, right? In the next part, we'll continue with the chart. All right.
Okay.
Let's go.